All right, let's talk about the accounting add-on quickly. How do you work with the accounting add-ons? Remember, it's an add-on. An add-on is an added feature. It's not basically, it's not a core feature of our sheet, all right? So how do you use accounting add-on quickly? Let's go through these in the next couple of minutes. The accounting add-on, first of all, is used to track your financial inventory, so to say, is to know the cash inflow and cash outflow for the institution. All right. It also helps you to know the level of indebtedness to the school, right? You want to know the level of indebtedness and track all of that. The accounting add-on is very powerful for that. Okay, so let's start with the very first menu here, due setting. So at the beginning of every term, you have to come to the software and configure the fees and the dues to accept. All right, so let's say for this session, for example, you select your session. If you select the term and there are due settings, you're going to see all of them at the right table here. Okay, but if you select a term where there are no due settings, it's going to be here, it's going to be blank, as you can see. So for second term, this session 2020 underscore 2021, there are no settings. So let's configure that, for example. So let's say there are basically two major fees people pay in this institution. So let's say school fees, for example, school fees. Let's say school fees is you have to configure this for all the classes. So let's say for JS1, my school has JS1, JSS2, JSS3. Let's say for this, for JSS1, the school fees is 5,000 in our currency. All right, so I choose these, then you can select this and submit. All right, but for the remaining classes, let's say it's 10,000. Okay, so I choose this too. Of course, I click on this and hold my control or command down and I click on submit. So I'm done with fees. Then let's say the next fees you collect is for books. So let's say books. So let's say for all the books for GSS1, let's say is 7,000. All right, 7,000 for this class. Okay. Then for the rest, check if parameter already exists. Oh, sorry, it's for books. Yeah, already exists. Okay, so I submit that. Okay, then for books for the rest of these classes is to select more than one class as usual. Click on one class, then press your command or control. If you're using Windows, control. If you're using Mac, command. Okay, let's say for this, yeah, it's 8,000 for their books. So this is how you configure all the various dues or payments, rather, whichever word you want to use. For example, for uniform, for sports, just configure all of that here. Okay, at the beginning of the term, possibly even during the holidays before they resume. All right, so when they come to the account, of course, it's an accounting login that will have access to this page. When they come for payments, so the accountant click on pay fees or dues. So let's say the parents come with a check or a teller or whatever. So you click on the class, so it can pull all the configurations, let's say for these, and pull the information. So these are the students for this class. All right, so you click on make payments. So let's say I want to pay for this. So, and you're going to ask which session are you paying for? You select the session here, and which term, you select your term here. So it's going to pull for you all what that student need to pay. So you can see here, school fees is 5,000, books is 7,000. So at this point, of course, the payment date is this date, or you can change it in case it was paid previously. You're only recording it now. Okay, so at this point, you ask, how much are you paying? Do you want to pay all of it? If it's all, select all. If it's instrumental payment, you can say, no, it's not all. Maybe it's only school fees. Maybe out of the books, it's only paying 2,000. So you can adjust all of these by yourself. You can see total payment here, 7,000, and click submit. So it's going to track the remainder payment when next you come. So let's click on submit, for example. So out of the whole amount, he's paying 7,000. So I click on submit for these students, arrow 000196, which is a worth or just a worth. Yeah, that is paid already. All right. So next time you come, I want to make payment for this student. I think it's Light Joseph here. And click on make payment. You know, you go and just select all the parameters, for example, and select the term you're making for. So it's going to pull and tell you that school fees is zero balance. He has paid for school fees. So For books remaining 5,000. You can see that it's helping you to track to know what payment has been made. All right. So you know what are you paying for right now? Today's date is this. So you select the amount you want to pay for and submit. Okay. All right, but another feature here is to register expenses. An accountant, you want to register expenses. Let's say the school made a payment of 10,000 to buy markers, to buy a whiteboard, to buy whatever. You come here and register it here. There are payment categories here. Is it salary? Is it utility? Is it tools? Is it excursion? Whatever, others. If it's others, put the description here. Let's say payment for general cleaning. All right, and put it there and submit. So this helps to register expenses. So you are registering your cash inflow and cash outflow. Okay, so this is where you view your cash records. Very, very powerful feature here. So you may want to see, okay, give me all the payments paid. All right, so you're going to see. So you select what session, select what class, and select what term. So it's going to give you all the payments. So we just made this payment just a few minutes ago. So you may want to say, okay, give me, let me make another payment so you can see how robust this report is. Let's make another payment for another student. Let's say, yeah, here, let's go here. Let's pay for this other student here, Amarachiko here. So I click on make payments. Let's say this student paid everything for this term. I think it's for this term, yeah. So you have all this. So you just select all and make payments. Okay, so let's go back to where we view cash records. All right. So again, let's go back to payment paid. Select the section, select the class, and select the term you want to check. So you have all of this. All right. So you may want to print a receipt for this payment and give to the parent or whoever is in charge. You can click on that and print your receipt out here. Okay. So this is just to know the various payments and the breakdown of the payment. This was for school fees. This was for books, for the student, for this class, and all of that. So you may want to check payments paid in group. So in a grouped form, look at it. It's going to group it. It's going to say this student paid is some of these, for these. This paid some of these. All right. So it's grouped by students. All right. Then you may want to check payment owed. All right. Payment owed. You're going to select this option. So you're going to see the students that are owing payment in this class. You can observe that the student that paid complete is not here. But Joseph Light is here, only owing 5,000 for books. All right. So here you can just print this. Maybe you want to do a cash drive or to report to parents how much their children are owing. This is a very powerful feature for that. So you may want to check payments owed, group them, don't break them down, just group them per student. So you're going to group them per student, the total amount here. All right, so the balance is this is the expected payment. All right, remember Light is owing 5,000, they paid 12,000. So for these, they've not made any payments. Okay, so this is a very powerful feature for accounting purpose, recording purpose. So you may want to check cash inflow. So cash inflow, you want to see how much came in between last month and this month. So this is just to know how much do we have in the account. So you just select a start date. Let's check between yesterday and today. Just select, you're going to pull all the cash inflow here. So what about cash outflow? All right, select your date from when to when. You want to see how much went out. You remember we made a payment of 10,000 for the payment for general cleaning. So this is for, very robust reporting, accounting reporting. So this is how the accounting feature works. Just for a little recap, you do your settings, you configure the payment, the various payments students are expected to pay before the beginning of the term under due settings. Then when they come for payment, this is where the accountants go, click on pay dues and initiate the payment for that particular student. All right, so here you register expenses. And lastly, on the reporting page where you view your cash record, this is where you can print the receipt for each payment. You want to check various, the volume of amount that have come in, for a particular class, for a particular term, or for a particular date range, all of that. Thank you so much.